What's your favorite thing your so does? She is very understanding. I never feel dumb saying something to her. He's just genuinely an optimistic person and it makes me feel better. He always finds the upside to something and focuses on the good, and it's really refreshing, even if I'm being a negative Nancy about everything. In addition, his brain is like a fucking sponge. He's so good at obtaining information, and every day I feel like he's telling me something new that he's been learning about. It's pretty cool. If we have an argument and are both huffing, she will secretly order us our favorite takeaway meal and leave it in the kitchen. I can't resist opening it, and then she will come into me and say oh. And we will both just start laughing and say sorry. Always asks me if I'm okay or what's wrong when I'm quiet. I'm in my head a lot, so it really helps to keep me grounded. She's my happiness. He can never remember the lyrics to any songs. That doesn't stop him from singing along at the top of his voice. We're long distance at the moment, and he sends me voice memos of him singing along to songs he knows I like, always with the absolutely wrong lyrics. He's adorable. Say happy cake day. She'll turn off her phone and give me her undivided attention. My so is a bit of a music nerd, so when he discovers a new album he puts it on speaker. The thing is, he often gets so lost in the moment that he starts dramatically mouthing the words and dances along to the tunes. Soon enough he drags me into his little eccentric dance. Are we good at dancing? Hell no, but he's fucking feeling it, and in those moments the strongest emotions I feel are happiness and gratefulness for his existence. Gets super excited about things he is interested in, but even more excited when they are things I am also interested in because it's something we can share. Loves to fall asleep on me anywhere, especially on vehicles. Hopefully not while they're driving. The sound of her voice when she's yawning or laughing makes me feel calm and relaxed like no other thing can do. She is the medicine to anything that puts me in a bad mood. He randomly says one love you. Like we will just be sitting on the couch watching the news, and he'll say it. I know he means it then. It makes me tingle inside, even after 6 years. He buys me flowers. For no reason other than he loves me. It's random too most of the time, but he always buys flowers for my birthday. I am beyond lucky to have such an amazing husband. When she's tired she'll get really clingy and just say, I love you a lot, and it's the best. BC she'll just cuddle up and say it. I love watching him watch the things he loves. The way he lights up and laughs is indescribable. I'll also really love when he randomly touches me. Sometime he'll lean over and pat my head, or gently tug my hair, or bop whatever body part is closest with the remote, and I absolutely love it. And I especially love that he does it often and entirely unprompted. Her ability to just figure any situation out. Doesn't matter if it's finding new healthcare, dealing with the bank, fixing something at the house while I'm gone, or pretty much just finding a solution to any problem. She's a natural problem solver, and the peace of mind that brings me as a partner is amazing. Edit, appreciate all the concern about not letting your partner do all of the problem solving by themselves. That is great advice. Thankfully in my situation we are pretty equally competent, and so when we can do it together, we crush it. But when we need to divide and conquer, I know damn well she's gonna handle her business no problem, and I will handle mine. This is especially apparent to me as my ex was essentially useless, and if I didn't do something, it didn't get done. Puts up with me. Sometimes, in the middle of the night I'll roll over, and she'll roll over too so she can pat my butt. She is very sweet and kind. I love it when she lets me rest my head on her chest or thigh and we talk about each other's day. Her and I tend to cuddle a lot because of how much we care about each other and how comfortable we feel with each other. Considering that he suffers from severe depression and anxiety, I'm always happy when I see him smiling and being genuinely happy. His childish charm. He's this 6-foot-something bearded man, but he will give me the sweetest smile, and hold me with so much care, and caress my hair, sing the most upbeat songs to me, and giggle with me when something is hilarious. He is so kind and generous to everyone. Especially homeless people. Not only he likes to give them money and food, but he always talks to them so he can understand their needs and provide the best donations. For example, he often gives rides to the store to this girl so she can buy food. He gives blankets every winter to this guy who is not homeless, but lives in a very poor condition. He also, sometimes, donates them his time and spend hours just talking and listening a lot. He is genuinely the most kind person I know and it inspires me so much. Coming home, I find all my shirts arranged from dark colors on one side of the closet to lights on the other, like a rainbow. He holds my hand and gently squeezes it in a rhythmic kinda way when we're in crowded spaces so don't get overwhelmed and shut down. Nothing pleases him more than being able to take care of me. He wants to bring me things from other rooms if I'm sitting down, get me drinks or snacks, rub my shoulders, anything to make me happy. He will literally say please. Let me do things for you. It's so sweet and makes me feel so loved. Explains every little detail of something to me with unlimited patience and in so much depth. Like, he's a musician and he'll tell me about something he's learning to play and take all the time to explain the technical aspects to me, even though he has to start from scratch because I know nothing about it. We have a lot of problems that we may not be able to work through, but I could spend the rest of my life listening to him talk about things he enjoys or knows a lot about and never get bored of it. In bed, when my boyfriend is almost half asleep, he'd rub my back when he knows I'm having a hard time sleeping, even without me asking for it. I find it really sweet. Everything. But more specifically, he says good night, beautiful, before we go to sleep. When we were dating and texting our goodnights, he said it every night, and being able to hear it in person now is a million times better. It's such a small thing. But even on days I might not feel great about myself, it gives me butterflies and makes me feel, well, beautiful. My GF has autism and it's super cute when she goes into the store and carefully weighs out the pros and cons of each item on the shelf that she could buy in a convenience store while be standing in the candy aisle for like 10 minutes. She gives me ballkuz ice, which is where you put your balls in a cup of warm water while she blows into it with a straw, making a little jacuzzi for your balls. She wanks me off while doing this. I miss him scratching my back. He had long fingernails and as weird as that sounds he would scratch me all over my back before heading to sleep for like 1 to 2 hours straight asking for nothing in return. I was so spoiled and the sensation is like nothing else. It's way better than even massage for me and sends shivers all over everywhere. Never had anyone do that for me and probably will be hard to duplicate that particular favor. I don't know where to begin. All the different voices he can do. His random dancing, the random songs he comes up with. Genuine surprises. I don't specifically mean gifts, but also gestures or words. I generally know him better than I know myself, so it's really a treat when he does something nice or out of the ordinary that I'm not expecting. For example, I left my house briefly on Sunday and when I got back, he had poop scooped the whole backyard by himself, which we were going to do together when I got back. He offers to trade drinks if I don't like mine and he prefer his. He always remembers to open the car door for me even when it's unnecessary. When we're out shopping, he will grab things from me and offer to hold it even if I say it's fine. He will wake up at night randomly and put the blanket over me if I accidentally kicked it off. Over the weekend, I was watching a lot of scary YouTube videos. He knows I get paranoid going to the bathroom afterwards at night. I was leaving his room and noticed the light leading to the bathroom was on. I asked and he told me he left it on for me knowing that I get paranoid and don't like walking in the dark to turn the lights on in the hallway. Coming from a dysfunctional family, I get my moments and become distant and irritable. There are many times where I had to apologize for my behavior of being rude towards him when I get mood swings. He's come to accept who I am and is very understanding as I am working on my mood swings and bettering myself from my past. There's so much more, but I am so lucky and grateful to have someone that treats me so well since I came from an ex who was the complete opposite. I love her laugh, so I try to do it however I can. The peak of this is when she laughs so hard she almost does a weird little dance skipping foot to foot. Whenever I'm having a bad day or just need a little pick-me-up, all I need is that goofy laugh to make my day much better. He goes to bed much earlier than I do, and he also happens to talk in his sleep. Anytime I say I love you, even when he is deep asleep and snoring, he says love you too every time without fail. He will also randomly blurt out things like love you so fucking much, you're my favorite, and my personal favorite is you're a fart but love your stink. There are many, many things I love that my husband does, but one of the best is playing with the kids when he gets home. With COVID-induced work pressures, my husband has been pulling 10-plus-hour shifts for the last 9 months. He comes home physically and mentally exhausted, yet he still manages to muster the energy to play with our older kids or to snuggle the baby. It makes my heart want to burst watching the joy my kids have when their daddy is home. We are no longer together, but loved his haha laughs and loved being the one to make him laugh too. I loved seeing him excited over the smallest things. I loved to see his joy. I love how in years we still managed to keep each other up at night laughing because we were best friends.